Hi, good evening, everyone. This is Kenya Rockman, author and founder of the Child Support Hustle. I'm trying to get comfortable. Um, Let me get my. Okay, so I wanted to make this quick video because I'm getting messages from younger parents now, and they're asking questions about whether they have to put their children's father on child support or if they have to, participate in the program. So I said I was going to make this short video real quick, and let me get to my notes. I apologize. And I also want to put in the comments all of, I'll put the comments in later because I have references, so I'm going to put the links in the comments, okay? So, the first thing is that we know that the Federal Child Support Enforcement Agency has allotted $2.2 million in grants for 12 states, and that is specifically for them to target parents through marketing to get them to sign up for child support. I call it looking for new victims because a lot of parents don't know the ins and outs of getting involved in this system and what it all entails. So I encourage any parent, if you see them advertising in your state, and I'll put the link up to let you know what particular states they're advertising in. But of course, other states will follow. And you want to know every aspect of the child support system. And you can find out by reading my book, The Child Support Hustle. I break it down, the whole system. So that's just a side note. They're going to be launching social media campaigns, internet advertisements, and communicating through various communication mediums such as text messaging. So be prepared because the child support enforcement agencies will be texting you to try to get you to put your other parent on child support because they want the money. When they first started this child support machine back under former President Clinton back in the late 90s, these children are aging out. So they have to find new prey to enroll in these systems so that they can get more money. So it's about that time. So I wanted to let you parents know, and I'm going to put this, when I put the comments in, I'll put several links. So if you want to go back and do your research, and please do. I'm a big fan of research. Get at least 3 resources. If you hear something, research it. I say at least three different sources if you hear something to verify whether it's true or false. So the mission statement, and I got this from Columbus, Ohio, that's where my case originated. The mission statement for Franklin County, Columbus, Ohio Child Support Enforcement Agency is to provide for the establishment and enforcement of the child support orders to enhance the economic security and health insurance protection for the children and families in Franklin County. So we can put that mission statement for any child support agency across the country. Those child support orders are mainly in place when the other parent does not and has been proven not to take care of the other their child. But with the welfare involvement, they're saying basically if the custodial parent is signing up for welfare benefits, then the non-custodial parent must not be providing, and therefore they must be sued for child support. And we know if we have 2 low-income parents, then it's not necessarily true that the non-custodial parent is not providing for their child. It might not be enough. The custodial parent might still need food stamps or still need a health card for their child. It doesn't mean that the other parent isn't providing. So that's something they're not going to share with you. Okay? So I got this information. I'll put this link on this in the comments as well. So I picked out 3 main criteria that this link from CNN Money has listed as far as what the law requires in getting a child support order. And the law requires that all parents have a financial obligation to their children, which is true. But in most of these cases, and I put them up on our Facebook all the time, one parent, the non-custodial parent, is the one providing all the financial resources. Hey, Brian. Hey, Marcus. For the household of the custodial parent. A lot of times the custodial parents aren't even working. So if you get sued for child support, first of all, make sure they properly serve you. I'm going to put a link in the comments about proper service. If you don't have proper service, there's no case against you. So you want to make sure that they have proper service. But one of the arguments you want to make when you are sued for child support and you are providing for your child is, and your significant other or your baby's mom is not, you want to go in there and let them know. You know, we're both supposed to be providing for our child. How is she or how is he providing? You want me to 100% provide for my household and her or his household, and I'm showing you that I'm taking care of my child. And if you can do that, take your receipts in. And it's not easy when you're like in a two-parent household and you're both living together and everything is wonderful. You don't think about keeping receipts or keeping track of everything that you're paying for. But new parents, you might want to do it. The child support machine is serious. They want your money. They want you in prison. They want you in jail. They want your license suspended any way to get your money. It has nothing to do with the children. They do not care. Okay? So you want to make sure that you present that to the judge and saying, how is she or he providing? Here, I'm putting up 60-70% of my income. Where is the other parent providing? Where's the proof? And this is before they even put a child support order on you. This is voluntary, okay? Don't let anybody, don't sign anything. Don't let them convince you that you have to have a child support order in order to provide for your child. And we'll talk more. I've talked about it before as far as child support cooperation. If you're on public assistance, that's a whole different ballgame. And then let the judge know by showing receipts that you have been providing and that the other parent needs to also provide. You want to see their receipts too. Anything they ask you for, because you're the defendant. They're suing you saying that you're not taking care of your child. So you have to go in there and prove, yes, I am. And then I want you to go in there and counter and say, okay, you're saying I'm not providing. Here's my receipts. Let me see how she's providing or he's providing. Okay? Number 2, if the child isn't living with you, you are required to make child support payments unless the custodial parent waives that right or the parental rights are legally terminated. I see a lot of posts where people say they're going to give up their parental rights to their child to get out of paying child support. That's not how that works. Just because you give up parental rights does not mean that you will not have to pay child support. That is false. So make sure you do your homework on that as well. You'll still be obligated to pay child support whether you have rights to your child or not. And don't just let anybody talk you out of having rights to your child because they say, I don't want you to be in your child's life or, whatever the nonsense is. You have a right to your child. Fight for that right. Okay? Be sure to demand, and I can't stress this enough, shared parenting. Now, they'll to get you in that courtroom and say, hey, you don't get shared parenting. We don't do that. It's separate from child support and everything like that. But I'm going to put a video up. A link to a video that I did that will explain more about shared parenting. Sometime it'll reduce your child support if you happen to have an order in already. But this is before we don't want the order. But if they go in there and you go to court and they're trying to get you, to get this child support order and put you on child support, you don't fight that. But you want shared parenting. 50-50, zero child support. Make it even. If you're paying $1,000 a month, they need to pay $1,000 a month. You're responsible for your bills in your house. They need to be responsible for their bills in their house. And don't give me that crap. Well, I have to take my baby to the doctor, or I have to go to the school, or I have to be up late at night while my baby's sick. That's what you're supposed to do. You're a parent. You're not supposed to get paid to give your baby medicine and stay up at night. Whoever convinced you of that was wrong. And for you to believe that, you're wrong. You don't get paid for that. So stop that, leaving that on comments and inboxing me with that crap. Well, the non-custodial parent doesn't have to do this or that, and he doesn't have to. Just you're a parent. Okay, I just had 3 points, guys. That really grinds my gears. Okay, and number 3. If you are the custodial parent, you should ensure, this is what they're saying, you should ensure that you receive your legally granted child support from the other parent. It's not legally granted until they go to court and get a court order. If you are the custodial parent and your other parent is saying, hey, I'll help you, let's just do this. Just do it. They're not going to tell you about if you sign up for public assistance. They're going to keep that money in most states. Right, Chuck. Welcome to parenting. That's part of parenting. Oh, my baby has a fever. I guess I'm not getting sleep tonight. And they complain about it like they're supposed to get money for that. No, that's not what being a parent is. But I digress. They're saying that this helps you by filing child support, that it helps you ease the financial burden associated with raising a child who lives with you most of the time. And that's true. But you don't have to go through the court system to do that. It was you and that person that made that child. Y'all can take care of your child without government interference. And it's not right that they make money off of you guys not being together, your divorce, your separation. And that's what they're doing. And it's not me saying it. It's not my opinion. This is fact. Okay. Custodial parents, I say this all the time, even though people don't want to believe that's a welfare recovery program. Child support absolutely is a welfare recovery program. So I want custodial parents, if you're new, if you're newly separated, you're thinking about filing child support, please know that if you apply for any public assistance, and I'm going to put in a link of an article I wrote that'll break down what benefits, because TANF is automatic. You have to sue for child support. But as far as Medicaid, food stamps, it varies by state. Okay? So you want to be aware in your state. Hey, I don't want to mess up your name. Mr. Cox, thank you. Thanks for joining. If you can, please share. Please share. Custodial parents, I want you to be aware of what you're signing up for when you go down there and you need assistance. It's not embarrassing. It's not anything to need assistance and have to go down and ask for help. That's what the taxpayers pay for. That's what we as taxpayers pay for, to help out. Okay? I'm not ashamed. I was on public assistance myself too. That's how I got caught up in all of this. But they're not going to tell you. They're going to say, yeah, sign up. They're not going to tell you that when your child's other parent pays that they might keep all of that money. They might give you $100, but they might keep $600 or whatever they're paying. They might give you $50, or they might not give you anything. So that's what you want to check out. That's exactly what you want to check out. It's not when they're marketing, when they start marketing to you in your city, in your state, it's not what the redefine line. Hey, Johnny. Okay, so let me see. Okay, back to the non-custodial parents. If you're providing for your child, force the state to prove that you are not taking care of your child when they try to establish a child support case. Make them prove that. You're basically the defendant. So if you were facing a criminal case, and it's up to them to prove that you robbed that bank or whatever, then make them prove that you don't take care of your child. That's your child. Fight like you facing 20 years. Because that's basically, if you get put on child support, you on probation or parole for the next 20 plus years of your life. If you don't pay that money, they can take your license, they can take your freedom, they will definitely take your money. So fight. Hey Miguel, hey Brian, hey Sean. Okay, so in conclusion, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Just because a parent applies for public assistance does not mean that the other parent is not financially supporting the child. Like I said, both parents can be low income. That happens. That does not mean that we're not taking care of our child because we don't have $20,000 a month to spend on our child. That's just factually incorrect, and we know that. Because they make money off of the system, Brian. It's all about the paper. It's all about the money. So, and they break their own laws. We know that. I can't even call them laws. I call them guidelines. Some junk that they made up, and that's how the child support hustle was born. And that's why we fight against it. And not the child support system has a court order, unconstitutional or not, that is the same as probation or parole. That's what I just said. I did these notes earlier, but that's what I was just saying. Hey, Marion, that is the same thing. Don't let them fool you. And moms, new moms, please research everything about putting the other parent before you put them on child support. No, I mean everything. Because it's very easy to establish a child support case. They'll do it for you. They give you a lawyer. They give you everything you need. Now, when do y'all know the government to give you everything that you need for free? Unless they're getting something out of it. Exactly. You know exactly what you're going to get back, how you're going to benefit from it. Talk to the other parent. Y'all come together. Leave the government out of it. They are profiting off of children. The last, for 2017, for every dollar spent for child support enforcement, the federal government on average was making $5.15. It varies by state. Okay. So research everything. Fathers, research everything. Always get at least 3 sources when you hear something. Find out about it. Don't sign anything until you know that's appropriate and you know what you're signing. I don't care. They call it the happy moment when somebody has a baby. Thank you, Shelby. They call it the happy moment or the happy time, and that's when they get zoom in and have men sign birth certificates during that phase right after, while they're still at the hospital, while the baby's new, and then they get all these paternity establishments based on, them signing, and they haven't even had a paternity test. So these are little tricks that they use to sucker people into this, the child support hustle. And it's real. Okay, finally, if you guys seen, I've been posting, if you are interested in leading a march in your city or state, please email me or DM me your contact information. We're planning on spring of 2019. Hi, Perry. Hey, Jesse. So we're looking for leaders to come in and represent and be able to lead in your state. We're going to say state. I don't know if it'll get bigger than that, but right now I think that that's something that we can handle. We're going to look into writing some legislation and presenting it to some politicians so that we can get something done. I'm big, huge on ending these debtor prisons. So that's like a priority of mine, along with I'm trying to get everybody out here to know what the system is. So I'm going to keep posting. If I find out anything new, I like to share the information with everybody so you guys know what's going on. Because they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you. Secondly, for the rest of November, I am offering a copy of my book. If you buy my book, The Child Support Hustle, you'll get a free t-shirt. Mine is kind of tore up because I had something in mind and it didn't work out, but I still wore it. So please forgive me. But If you buy the book, you'll get a free T-shirt as long as supplies last. I'm doing it for November, and salute to Veterans Day. Hey to all my fellow veterans, Team Army over here. So, and the book is full of information. And yes, I wrote it back in and released it back in 2013. But except for the numbers and the money, the information is still the same because they haven't changed any laws. So at least you'll know and arm yourself with what this system is all about. Should you have to, I hope you don't. But if you have to go in there and face or be involved in this system. So just remember, this is a voluntary system. Don't let anybody tell you that you have to put yourself on child support or you have to go sue him for child support. It's just not true. They want your money by any means. They're even paying $2.2 million to advertise and market to get you to sue the other parent. So that's it for me, guys. As always, thank you all for your continued support. Please share and continue to let your family and friends know about the Child Support Hustle. And we're going to keep doing what we're doing. And hopefully we can take this machine down very soon. And I'm confident that we can do that. Much love. Keep fighting. Hey, Bonnie. Carnell, how you doing? And remember, they can ignore one, they can ignore hundreds, but they cannot ignore thousands. Let's go. Have a good night. Happy Veterans Day.